Hey, what's up? So, it's been a minute, but I wanted to come back and talk about something that's going on in the community. You know, I keep changing my mind what I want this channel to be about. Um, I don't know. I guess, we're going to figure it out. I think I'm going to lean more, I think I'm still leaning towards more LGBTQ topics on this channel. I think that's what I'm leaning more towards. I know some of you want me to vlog. I just can't do vlogging. I don't have the patience. I was watching someone the other day. It was this couple, and they were doing a TikTok, and girl, they were showing like how they literally were sitting the camera on the ground, right? They'll record something, and then they'll stop, then they'll set the camera up somewhere else, record them walking, holding hands, then they'll stop, then they'll set the camera up somewhere else, then they'll record them kissing, then they'll stop. I said, girl, that's a lot. Girl, that's a lot. Girl, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot. So yeah. Anyways, so I wanted to come back today and talk about something that's going on in the LGBTQ community. And it has to do with a content creator. We're going to use the word content creator. We're not going to say PORN because I think I think you get demonetized. I don't know. I just don't feel like even going down that road. So we're going to call him a content creator. His name is Mustang. Now, I remember Mustang from back in the day. Not back in the day, like, girl, the 90s, but I remember him from some years ago. And then of course, the rapper that got canceled for not watching his mouth, DaBaby. Long story short, DaBaby did a music video, and Mustang, who partakes in gay content creation, he was a part of a music video. In real life, I don't know if Mustang if he identifies as heterosexual, homosexual, girl, bisexual, girl, pansexual. I don't know what sexual he is, child. And quite frankly, I really don't care. But he is someone who I was first introduced to Mustang through homosexual content creation. So he was in a music video with DaBaby's music video. And I'm assuming once the people found out that Mustang was someone who participated in homosexual content creation, they cut his part out of the video. He was no longer in the video. This is what Mustang initially said. They definitely cut me from the whole video because people couldn't congratulate me or applaud, but had to bring attention to my sexuality, which had nothing to do with the video or my performance. So to all the people who went out of their way to expose a part of my life that didn't have nothing to do with this project, thank y'all for getting me canceled. I wouldn't say that you were canceled, but I would say I got something to say. So then he came back and he said this. This is a lot, but I'm going to read it though. So, a moment of truth. No one is perfect, and yet we are all flawed. We all have skeletons in our closet, but they're in the closet because none of us want them out for whatever reason. I think that it's sad in 2023, someone who's still, from what I understand, not from what I understand. I saw a video, I think it was a few months ago, of Mustang still participating in homosexual content creation. I think it's sad that in 2023, we still walk around here talking about skeletons in our closet. Because I feel like what you're saying is, girl, the skeleton in your closet was you being, or maybe, girl, one of the kids. I often sometimes hear some people of the LGBTQ community say living your truth. While I understand that, I think it's a method for most of the ones saying that to be in your business and know your business. I'm not ashamed of what I like, love, may or may not do. But I'm a private person and I have a right to my privacy. And unless I'm involved with a person like that, I don't feel the need to walk around with a flag in my hand or a rainbow to let people know my business. I feel, a part of me feels like what he said so far is probably a disdain towards the LGBTQ community. And I can understand why, because there's a chance that someone from the community probably outed him, sent over an email, tagged someone in some of his work. I don't know. But there's always a possibility. But the truth of the matter is, you lost your job because you decided to go work for a homophobe, a known homophobe. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. While yes, you could have some type of anger towards a person who decided to out you, girl, you still decided as a grown man to go over and accept a job for somebody who was a known homophobe. And once they decided to stand in homophobia, when it comes to you, now you want to be surprised. I'm confused. That's what homophobes do. But a part of me feels like Mustang thinks because he may be better at performing masculinity than some of the other kids, that he thought that he was going to get a pass. But once the people found out, it doesn't matter how you present yourself. It doesn't matter if you present yourself like Saucy Santana, if you present yourself like DMX, or in between. Once the people find out that you sleep with men, it doesn't matter how you may identify. You can still sleep with men and identify as straight, girl, like some of y'all do, girl. Once they find out that you sleep with men, it doesn't matter what you say, how you slice it and dice it. It doesn't matter if you sit here and say, I'm 100% top. It doesn't matter if you sit here and say, oh, I only do that gay for pay. You are and forever will be a faggot. And I think that Mustang had to learn the hard way. When you go work for homophobes, don't be surprised when they decide to stand in homophobia. You thought that you were probably exempt because you can pass for straight. And so you probably thought, or he probably thought, that he wouldn't experience what some of the other kids may experience, right? And now that you're experiencing what you're experiencing, some of your anger is directed towards the LGBTQ community, when a lot of your anger should be directed at your employer or your previous employer. My past decisions, listen, this is what he's saying. My past decisions to do gay content and PORN at the time was simply about the bag. I don't know people like that, and I hate when people do that. Let me read it again. My past decisions to do gay content and porn at the same time, I just said I wasn't gonna say the word, I said it, was simply about the bag. I didn't know people like that. I didn't care about the hype of being a PORN star. And while it brought an okay platform, it brought me more turmoil than anything. I feel like in that sentence, he's being intellectually dishonest, because when you say my past decisions to do gay content, you're acting as I'm looking at what he just wrote as if he is like Tiger Tyson. Some of the girls know Tiger Tyson. You remember? Like the girls of yesteryear, right? Who I have not heard from, have not seen, and God knows when. I could see if this was one of those situations, right? Where, girl, you had a Tiger Tyson or one of the one of the kids from, you know, the early 90s and the 2000s, where, girl, I have not heard from these people at all, right? And now they're, you know, trying to get it how they live, and then somebody went and pulled a tape from 2003. My past decisions to do, but you're still currently doing homosexual content. I just saw something from a few months ago. Just a few. I think it was like May or June. That was, girl, it's September of 2023. I think that whenever you start to go down a road of, oh, I only did it for the money, you start to go down a road of, oh, I'm only gay for pay. And I'm just going to put it out real plain and simple for me. I don't believe in no shit like that. I don't believe in gay for pay. I never have. I never will. I don't believe that just because somebody offers you a certain amount of money, you're going to stick a dick down your throat. I don't believe that just because somebody offers you a certain amount of money, girl, you're going to turn around and get your ass clapped. I don't believe it. I don't. But I feel like when you say things like this, my past decisions about the bag, to do gay content was simply about the bag. No, and it's also probably because you enjoy having sex with men. It outed me, separated me from my family for a while, trying to hide the truth of what I was doing at the time to make a living and come up. It messed up friendships I had with people who didn't know about me, working relationships and all. At one point, I almost committed suicide. That's sad. But I had a praying father and family, and I know God wasn't through with me yet. So I fought so hard not to let PORN define me or put me in a box. I wanted my talents to be seen. I wanted people to see I was more than a sex symbol. Come on, for referring to yourself as a sex symbol. But I could be the best at everything I do. I was always taught if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Don't throw shade, don't be petty, and don't be envious. If you see someone doing big things, congratulate them, learn from them, and grow. I have been told no a million times, but I kept being humble. I kept being professional. I kept being cooperative and easy to work with. I kept loving people. I kept giving. I will say this much about Mustang. You know, sometimes you hear about some of these messy girl content creators and them involved in mess. I will say I've never heard of him being involved in no mess. Girl, some people that's coming to my mind right now who I've heard, so I don't know if the stories are true or not. I'm just saying that I've heard of their name being thrown out into some messy situations. I've never heard of him being involved. I've never heard stories of him being involved in mess. I have been told no a million times. Okay, I kept giving, I kept building, I kept working, and God allowed me to get the right yes every time. I don't believe in standing with a community of people. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, here we go. I don't believe in standing with a community of people who only believe in standing with a community of people. I don't believe in standing with a community of people who only come together to talk about your content creator career and bring you down at the highlight of your success. So I guess he's saying that, girl, he's not standing with the LGBTQ community because, girl, they only want to talk about what he does as, I guess, a job and bring him down. Like I said, girl, I can understand him being upset because there's a possibility that someone from the community, I guess, outed him. Girl, even though quiet as it's kept, you still out here doing stuff. But you should be upset at DaBaby. You should be upset at DaBaby's team. You should be upset at your previous employer for deciding to fire you, for deciding to take you out of a video that had nothing to do with what you do outside of that video shoot. That's who you should be upset with. You could be upset with everyone, but you should have a lot of anger towards the person who decided to stand in homophobia. This would have been a great moment for DaBaby, but that just goes to show that when we said that he was a homophobe the first go around, we were right. Because what DaBaby should have done was said, oh yeah, they told me that he was a gay content creator. I don't care about that. I just hired him to do a job. Then some of us probably could have looked crazy, or would have looked crazy like, oh, well, maybe he's not, That could have been his way to kind of flip it around and show people that he's not a homophobe. But what happens is, girl, when you are one, you're gonna, girl, probably forever be one, girl. And then when you decide to stand in it even more than what you did the first time, this is what happens. I'm sorry. While I feel bad that Mustang lost his job, or I guess lost the opportunity to be in the video, girl, I don't feel bad, because at the end of the day, you decided to go work for a known homophobe. What did you think was going to happen when they found out, when they found out that you participated in gay content? Now you want to be surprised. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised that a homophobe is homophobic? Girl! Why are you surprised that, girl, when you went and did this video shoot, girl, and they found out that you did gay content, girl, they took you from the video? Why are we surprised? That's like being surprised that a racist calls you the N-word. Hello, somebody? You shouldn't have took your ass over there in the first place if we want to be honest about it. You don't have no business going over there trying to be in DaBaby's video in the first place. But because you probably thought that you were exempt, or he was exempt from anything that has to do with someone, being homophobic towards him, he said, oh girl, I got this. So I was canceled because of my sexuality. Thanks, you did your big one. Girl, this is what it comes down to, and I'm done with it. This is a learning lesson for all of us. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you are a top, a bottom, a power bottom, girl, verse top, verse bottom. It's a lot, girl. It don't matter if you are the most masculine man walking around. It doesn't matter if you present yourself like Mustang, DMX, Saucy Santana, me, girl, your BFF. It doesn't matter. Once they find out that you have slept with a man, even if it was you just experimenting in college, even if to this day you identify as straight, once they find out that you have slept with a man, you will forever and always be a faggot. Full stop. Always remember that. It don't matter. It does not matter. And I think this was a wake-up call for Mustang and all the other boys who present masculine. Because now DaBaby has shown you that in his eyes, DaBaby's team has shown you through their eyes, you ain't nothing but a faggot like the rest of us. Like I say, he ain't had no business taking his ass over there in the first place, if we're going to be honest about it. Go work for people who don't care. Because in 2023, girl, every other person got an OnlyFans. Go work for someone who doesn't care about you being gay. One. Okay? Go work for someone who's professional. And your sexuality has nothing to do with what you're doing at your job. Because I heard he was on, what's that show called? All the Queen's Men on BET+. I heard it was a good show. I heard that Mustang was, I guess he had a little acting role on that. I'm not sure. But those are the people that you need to work for. Hello? Anyways, I'm done. That's all I had to say. Hopefully I'll be back soon. Girl, hopefully I'll be back soon. I felt like the homosexual spirit it moved me to come and talk about this. So that's why I'm down here running my trap. So yeah, that's all I really wanted. If there's something else that kind of moves my spirit within the next, hopefully 2 weeks. Because I be saying that, girl, I'm going to make a video every other, I said I was going to make a video once a week. But girl, I be so focused on my other page. Because I have another page called Rodney the Voice. That sometimes this one does kind of like fall to the wayside. But I need to start paying more attention to this one too. So yeah. But I'm going to try to come back as soon as possible with more content. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.